Good morning, Gabby. Morning, Paul. Yes, I'm in Camberwell this morning, and about a few months ago, actually back in May, I was here on a very sad news story. A 15-year-old Temideo Aganyai was stabbed to death after being set upon behind a block of flats here in Cormont Road back in May. The attackers wanted his BlackBerry phone. It was just by this housing estate, the Calais Gate estate, close to the Myatt Fields Park, where I am this morning in the London Borough of Lambeth. And we know of these stabbings and shootings that have taken place across London for the last few years now. And these people, the Peacekeepers, want to do something about it. They want to speak to the young people who are walking the streets, not just here in Camberwell, but across the capital. And I'm joined by Dennis Mohammed. He is the founder of Peacekeepers. And Peacekeepers, Dennis, was founded in the United States, wasn't it, where you're from? Just tell us the background of Peacekeepers in America.
Well, what we did, we started the Peacekeepers about 3 years ago. I was called to New Orleans at a very bad situation. A gentleman had slit the throat of his 3-year-old son with a box cutter because he didn't want to pay child support. And the community was in uprising because it was an increase of senseless youth violence, and the people wanted to do something. So I went and spoke to about 400 people that evening, and we formed the Peacekeepers. We asked the men and women to do 1 hour power that we would go into the streets and make the community safe by being present.
Some may think it's a bit of vigilanteism. Is that the case?
Of course not. We work with law enforcement. We don't go as police. We just go out there for 1 hour. We engage in conversation with our young people. We don't tell them what they need to stop doing. We believe you don't have to condemn a dirty glass, just put a clean glass beside them. Most of these young men are coming from homes where there's a single parent. There's no father figures in the home. And we just go out there with love and kindness and offer them to a better way of life by being present.
Isn't it quite scary for the people, for the Peacekeepers, going up to gangs? Most people just would rather walk by. How do you sort of do it?
Well, most of these young people are members of the community. We know them. We know their mother. We went to school with their father. They're not strangers. They just need someone to walk up there with a smile. We walk out there with a smile. We introduce ourselves. We just tell them we're out here for 1 hour to try to make the streets safe. And our very presence give hope to the community. And it also turned them into an attitude where, listen, somebody really out here trying to talk to us and not talk at us.
Has it worked in the US, and do you think it can work exactly the same here in London?
Well, we already started in 8 cities. We got started in New York City. Russell Simmons, everybody know the Godfather of rap. He went back to Hollis, Queens. There was an increase of shootings and killings in New York. He brought the Peacekeepers there, and then from there went throughout New York. Now we're in Wilmington, Delaware, New Orleans, Houston, Texas, Ohio, we're in Trenton, New Jersey. And it works because we make men and women absolutely do something. They get out, they put the orange shirt on, that's our color. We have the slogan, I'm present for peace. And we just stand for 1 hour. We just congregate and we just make sure that while we're present, nothing takes place. And because of that 1 hour, it changed the whole attitude and the vibration of the community.
How do you get people off their sofas while they're sitting after a long day at work? They come home, get a bit of dinner, sit on the sofa, just want to relax. How do you get them out on the streets to tackle crime? Isn't it the police's job?
There's no question. When you're sitting at home and you turn on the news and you read like the acts of violence of a young man losing his life over a mobile phone, or in Ohio, it was a pair of glasses or a pair of sneakers because they had the wrong colors, they had the wrong area, they was in the wrong area code. You want to do something. And so when you go out, you just join other goodwill people. We have white men, black men, we have Christians, we have Muslims. We transcend religion because peace transcends all of the things that we normally hold dear to us. And we want to do something. So when they go out there, the police, we work with law enforcement. I tell you, I do sensitivity training with law enforcement. They love the fact that citizens is taking a stand. And we're not going out there trying to be the police. We're just trying to be a visible deterrent to crime.
Now, you're launching tonight at the Battersea Arts Centre in Lavender Hill in Battersea. Ken Livingstone's coming, the former Mayor of London. He's going for Mayor of London next May in the election. How's Boris Johnson, the Mayor of London now, been involved with this at all?
Well, we try not to get into the political arena. We just want to appeal to people of good nature. If someone wants to come in and try to make it a political stand, that's on them. We try to stay away from politics.
And what type of people are you looking for? If someone's thinking, yes, I want to do something, Can they come down to Battersea tonight and get involved?
I'm looking for any God-fearing person, any good human being who's just tired of the senseless violence and they just want to be present for peace. We're looking for white people, we're looking for blacks, we're looking for young, we're looking for old. We're just looking for people who are just tired of the violence and want to be present for peace.
Well, fantastic. It's really good to meet you, an inspirational person, Dennis Mohammed, the founder of Peacekeepers. He's bringing it to London. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it can do some good work. Simon, just tell us, you're from London, you know this man Dennis, he's very inspirational. How did you get him over here to come and sort us out, if you like?
Well, it wasn't just me, it was myself and a lady called Sarah. We decided for a long time that, these killings, we needed to do something about it. We didn't know how, but I knew Dennis and he knew how to do it. They've been doing it in America. He's been very successful in America. They're in 8 cities in America. So it was a case of bring him here and let's get some exposure and let people hear him. Let him take the lead to show us how we can do it. So now you see Peacekeepers is actually a reality now here in London.
And you're wanting more people to come along and join in. Tonight in Battersea Arts Centre, there's the launch, isn't there? Just tell us about that.
Yes, we have the launch of the Peacekeepers. It is in Battersea Arts Centre. We want all men to come, regardless of your religion, your culture, whatever you may think. Come and hear Captain Dennis. Captain Dennis, he's calling men to be responsible and to help our community.
I just want to quickly talk to Toby, who's also a Londoner, and you were inspired to come out and do it. Why were you? Because obviously there's lots of people out there, lots of men out there who are coming home tonight, sitting down on the sofa, not really doing much, maybe having a drink or two. How do you get them off their bottoms, off the sofa, and to come along tonight and be part of the Peacekeepers?
Well, it's like this. Brother Simon came up to me one day and said to me, "Would you like the streets to be a safer place?" I said, "Yes." And I asked him, "How do I do that?" He said, "Become a peacekeeper." I said, "That's a great idea." So now I think about my children who are 5 and 9 and they're very young. I want to make the streets better for them.
And you live in Croydon,
I
of course,
live
the
in
scene of
Croydon.
those riots.
I do indeed. So I wear this orange t-shirt to try and energize our men out there and our women to be better role models, to help the children to become better.